Alright, welcome back to Diddly Squad Gaming, and no, we did not, or you did not click on the wrong video. We are back in Michigan. We are attempting to do a little bit logging. Now that we've got the cat here, and well, first things first, let's go ahead and put it in all-wheel drive. We are going to attempt to come across this this, I guess, land bridge is the best way to describe it. We're taking a little bit of water damage. So maybe this won't be the best route. Yeah, this probably won't be the best route to take with logs. But we will, we'll try it with the cat empty. It's a little unfortunate that, there doesn't seem to be a snorkel for this this truck. It's like, yeah, let's go ahead and shift to low gear. Sorry, I am using the steering wheel for the first time in about 2 weeks. We are trying to see if my leg is feeling better. I think it is, but I'll pretty much know in a couple of minutes whether or not everything seems to be healed. I haven't really had any issues outside of playing the game, so I think playing the game I should be okay. But yeah, so anyways, I don't think this truck comes with a snorkel. So yeah, this may be the only time that we come this route. But I had to try it. I mean, it's the first truck with tires bigger than what, 60 inches? I think 59 is the biggest that I had before. That's a lot of water. Which is weird because this thing, I guess it's because the engine sticks out over the front wheels. It kind of buries itself in the water. Let's go back to auto. Oh, still trying to remember the controls now for my shifting. It's amazing how how all that works. But yeah, so I've decided to purchase the Expeditions game and have that up and running probably day one. I'm not 100% sure if I can start recording because you if you buy the ultimate pack or whatever it's called, you get 96 hours early access, and I'm like, being a newer YouTuber, I have no clue if I can actually, obviously I can play the game, but I don't know if I can record it and stick it on YouTube. I guess, I mean, push comes to shove, I'll get a strike or something. They'll tell me that I have to take it down, or they'll just take it down for me. So I figured, you know what, push comes to shove, I'll go ahead and try that out, see how that goes. But my biggest dilemma, which is kind of funny, is I don't know whether to buy it on Steam or to buy it on the Epic Game Store. I know Steam takes a little bit more money, or at least that's what I believe it does. I think it takes more money from the developers, which makes sense because it is a third party where Epic only sells Epic games and the like. But the main reason why I want to do that is because I've seen the expansion packs for SnowRunner go on sale for less than what Epic Games has them for. So when it comes down to it, it's about money. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, if I should buy it via Epic or should I buy it via Steam. Personally, I don't, you know, I can do it either way. It's just a matter of which one. Ooh, this is a dilemma. You know what? I guess I'm gonna go left. It's a little bit easier. No, there's no water. There is water. That route that's on the right, where you kind of do that switchback through the valley there, and not knowing. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. It's just I want to stay away from the water, even though I literally just drove through a river. But yeah, so anyways, let me know what you guys want to do, or what you guys plan on doing if you're buying the game or not. Are you buying it on Steam or are you buying it on Epic? But yeah, personally, I think whichever one saves me money in the long run, because frankly, it's a $100 game where I live, so you know, I could buy just the basic game and spend, I think, $60. It was like 54 something. So by the time you throw tax on and whatnot, but you don't get the year one pass. You don't get what is it? I think it's a skin or a vehicle or something. I should have left it up on my other screen so that I could explain the differences between the two. There is a mid-level game. There's some type of expansion past year one. Forgot what it was called, but I didn't really look in to see what it was. It was really just, do I want to buy the base game or do I want to buy kind of the year one expansion? So really, you know, like I said, if I buy it through Steam, I could probably buy just the basic game. Although you don't get, with the basic game, you don't get the 96-hour, you know, head start. Which honestly, I think to help grow the YouTube channel, that would be a good thing for me. Although I guarantee you all the big wig YouTubers that have been playing SnowRunner will get earlier access. In fact, I think they already have. They've already had played the game. I don't think they're allowed to show anything besides the stock footage that is given to them. But Epic, if you're listening, let me know. Tell me if it's a bad thing. I'm assuming I can post on YouTube if the game's out. I mean, that's the whole point of paying for it, right? But hopefully, either way, I think even at day one, I'll still hopefully be able to get a good boost in views and whatnot. So, ooh, that was a rough spot. Oh, the camera moved on me. That was my fault. All right, so we do have a fuel tanker here. That's nice. Let's see here. What do we got for fuel? Oh yeah, it's full. Let's refuel. We'll take it all. That thing is nowhere near running out of fuel, so. There we go. Just like that. Almost to the lumber pickup. I guess I'll go straight. That's not. Oh yeah, geez. All right, well, I'll remember that for next time. I was thinking it was completely wooded. Oh well. Just cut right here. I'm not too worried about stumps in this truck. Although I would prefer to avoid them. And yeah, let's pick up another load of lumber. So when it comes to this lumber, I'm gonna head out the long way. Now that we are weighed down and seriously overweight, I'll stick to mostly asphalt roads. And maybe a little bit of night driving. Do I want to do this at night? I mean, it's gonna be the trail that you guys have seen X amount of times. Dozens of times. So I think we're going to yeah, maybe we'll take it at night. There we go. One of those here. Although now I'm regretting it going up this hill. Truck has a very odd drivetrain. Because even though it says it's in all-wheel drive, I feel like it's not. And then on top of that, it's very it slips a lot. Unless you lock the differential. So for some reason, it's a very slippy differential until you lock it. Which, I mean, that's the whole point of a differential, right? Like, it just kind of makes sense. You know what? Let's also go to first-person view. It's a pretty decent view. It's cab. One of the few trucks that I actually enjoy playing first person in. You kind of test this this mud here. See how much it's gonna slow us down. We should completely be out of it. So literally the only thing in the mud is the tires. Unlike all the other trucks who you're dragging your differentials and your axles and things like that through the mud / water. So and so far it's chewing right through it. Gonna get 2 more logs after this, so ideally it would have been nice to find medium logs somewhere on a different map. Here. So I should have paid attention to what gear I was in too. That would help speed up the process. Oh, getting a little dangerous in the water there. Too bad. Tire up on the asphalt. Oh. There we go. Alright, now we're on asphalt. Shouldn't have very much mud in between us and Drummond Island. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is kind of early in this episode, but I think I'm just gonna shut up and we'll listen to the sounds of the game and we'll get up this massive hill climb that we have in front of us, and yeah, hopefully we don't have any issues. So I will see you closer to Drummond Island. Alright, so as we're coming back into basically where we cross the tunnel into Drummond Island, we will pick up our, or should I say, we will detach our hitchhiker. Which honestly, it would be amazing if I could sell it back now, but unfortunately this truck has no attachments and you can't return it. The other issue is I really wanted to do a trailer and bring both logs back that way. It's pretty flat and straightforward, so I don't think we have to worry about the trailer that we're towing behind us. I don't think it's going to fall over, but we would need a truck to purchase said trailer and then go load it up. So, and unfortunately, we don't have any other trucks around, so I think we're just going to have to do this in 2 runs. And it might be, and what I might do, actually probably what I will do, is I'm actually going to cut out most of that because that was almost 10 minutes of sounds of the game, which I think is probably the longest I've ever done before. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is probably just cut that out because it can't possibly be that entertaining to watch. Oops. And unfortunately, there's just not enough to really talk about. So we need to get 2 logs to the farm. So let's go ahead and drop this load off at the lighthouse. And did I drive past the... I thought I saw a fuel tanker up here. Was I seeing things? You know what? Whatever. I think we'll pass another one down here, so... I don't think we're in dire need of getting fuel. I was able to save quite a bit of fuel by using 2-wheel drive instead of 4-wheel drive on the asphalt, so that almost cuts your fuel consumption in half, so that's amazing. Because that basically means we can go close to twice as far, depending on how much we actually need the 4-wheel drive, which so far has been very, very minimal, so but it's probably all going to change now. See if we can keep our speed up through here. This is pretty well packed dirt, so I think that's the only sloshy mud until we get up farther. Yeah, because I gotta do it. I gotta get this aid to the islands done before we can move on. Yeah, let's throw it in 4-wheel drive because we're now spending just as much gas in 2-wheel drive as we are in 4, but we're not getting anywhere, so. Alright, let's see what this this tanker has in it. Hey, look, there's some wolf eyes in the background there. Something you don't see very often. In fact, I kind of enjoyed it better. They're actually staying there a long time. I actually enjoyed it better when there was less of them. I think when the game first came out, there was only one spot in Michigan that you would see the eyes, and it was one of those great mysteries of, did I just see those? Were those actually there? And yes, they were there, and yeah, they only showed up one spot. I think it was right before you got into where you would drive down the road on to go into Island Lake. They were just kind of sitting there off in the woods, and the closer you got to them, they disappear. And so you never really knew if you actually saw something or not. which is pretty cool. It's a nice little Easter egg. Or at least I consider that an Easter egg. I know it has nothing to do with any other game. It's just kind of a fun little thing they threw in. That is the downside to this truck, is that it's not very fast. But like I said, it is one of the only trucks that can haul lumber that I have right now. And it's probably going to be that way until we go to Russia. And then I think there's a couple. Although I think the dairy horn was that. I could be wrong. That could be in Alaska. That would be nice if it was in Alaska. I could use a slightly different truck that has more capabilities than just one or two things. Let's go ahead and back this up because I took this corner a little wide. I really don't want to go down that hill this close to dropping these logs off. That would not be pleasant. That would be a long time to recover all these logs. So, and if that happened, I don't know what I would do. I would not be a happy camper. I would not be a happy camper because I think we're only one log in. So it's not the end of the world. I'd probably just quit, basically, is what I'm saying, and go back to Alaska and deal with other missions, because I've had a couple goes at this and they've all failed. And so I'm really hoping that I can see these through. And yes, I did have a viewer mention that I should definitely upgrade this truck engine. It apparently needs the biggest engine, and hopefully that will speed things up. Let's go to the map. I know I do this all the time. I could have sworn. Yeah, we can pick up logs from here. And I feel like that's a... Oh, but then we have to drive all the way back this route. I still feel like that would be better. That's probably... Fuel tanker here. Would that be faster? Would that be better? Well, we can try it. If I go back to the global map, I believe there shouldn't be a log place here to pick up from. No, even though there's a log station, I think these are only long logs. They're long or short, one of the two. I probably should have killed my engine, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and... I've done this route once and it failed. I think I was in a scout. Oops. That does that. Let's just go ahead and do something like that. That should get us there. Let's go ahead and try a different approach to this logging. I think the nice thing is we're gonna come out here. So maybe we can cut through here and then wind our way down. There is the option to come this way, and I hope you guys are following along with my mouse. And then you go back this way down here, and you can cut across here. I've never done that before, so I don't know how deep it is, but that's always an option. It really just depends on how long you know, how long do I want to truck for? And if that's the case, I will, because I'm going a different way, not the same way that we've seen, you know, half a dozen or a dozen times. I think what I'm going to do is I'll leave the recording on. I was just going to skip 90% of it because, I mean, frankly, you guys have seen it, so that's not my crossing that I want. This is my crossing. I think this truck should be able to do it, no problem. The issue is I didn't have a winch point with the Scout, so as long as the water's not too deep, it's close. As long as we can get up this hill, which we're not going to be able to do in fourth gear. Whoops. But accidentally put the parking brake on because the wheel was upside down. It's always a good way to do it. Oh. Why did I shift? Alright, let's throw in a low gear, throw the diff on. Let's try to get a running start up this hill. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna guess that this is what they mean by cat needing a larger, because like my front wheels aren't even spinning. I'm literally at and in two-wheel drive at this point. Let's try nothing. We've got nothing. Is it this rock? Let's try to go around this rock and see if that changes things. Come on. Spin wheels. Come on. Spin your tires. Yeah, there we go. Get up the rest of it now. Still don't have a winch point. This is the ultimate wagging the dog's tail, I guess. Yeah, so that stupid little rock was the thing that was keeping us from getting up this hill. And the minor fact that still don't have a winch point. Wow. Alright, wow. But the that rock was really hurting us. Let's go ahead and go back into auto. We'll keep it in all-wheel drive just because we are on dirt. And yeah, it's about 40 minutes into the game, and good news is to report that my leg isn't bugging me, so hopefully that muscle is healed now. I'm pretty sure what I did is I just pulled it, which, you know, it happens, right? I overdid it. I didn't stretch before working, so go figure. Although I've never been one to stretch before anything, so and I can't honestly say I've pulled muscles more than anyone else, so I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But yeah, anyways. Splash down there. Anyways, as I was just saying before, I couldn't get up that hill. I'll do this run with the cat. We'll record it completely. I don't know if I will finish it this episode. We've got 20 minutes. I should be able to get back in that time, as long as nothing catastrophic happens. And then yeah, I might finish the rest of it offline or off camera. And I'll just start the next episode right as I basically sell the logs. I know I'm not really selling, dropping them off. That's the right word. That's the word I want to use. All right, so we'll We'll stay in two-wheel drive for now. Don't think this is overly bad, especially with these tires. Like, these tires don't really slow down in mud. You know what I do need to do? I do need to map this out because I will forget it. I think we have enough fuel. Oh, that's so brave of me to say. We gotta go all the way to this log station. You know what? That is a long ways there and back. Don't want to jinx myself. I'm trying to think of the last time I fueled up. I feel like it was a long time ago. Maybe I can do most of this in two-wheel drive and then I won't have to worry about spending 4 gallons of fuel a minute. I mean, that does give us, if we're say we're spending 3 gallons, that's 20 minutes of driving right now at 3 gallons. That's pretty much the end of the episode. So there's going to be points in here where I have to switch to 4-wheel drive. And then we're still burning 3 gallons a minute, so you know what? I think we'll be okay. And then there's points where I'm burning only 2, so but mostly 3. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just keep telling yourself that, right? We will have to come back to that semi-trailer that we passed not too long ago to fill up. That should get us back to the farm in Drummond Island. Oh, there's another trailer that I've abandoned. I have to find a fast truck and just bring all these trailers back in. I was told to, or I did make a poll or do a virtual or a in-video question about what I should do with the trailers, and I think most people said that I should probably just return them, but then show how much I get back or whatnot. So I might do that where I, you know, keep tally of how many trailers I bring back and how much money I actually have sitting out on the map doing well, absolutely nothing at all. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm not going the right way. If it wasn't for the dots that I set out, my waypoints, I would probably assume that I was going the wrong way. I think this is where we have to cut north to get to the next trail. Oh, seriously? Come on. Thank you. That's ridiculous. That's kind of a little ridiculous. That little log in the dirt stopped me from driving over it. Well, we started with 60 gallons, and yeah, we've only used about 8 gallons to get this far. So I think we will be just fine. It will be interesting to see, because I am about 3 gallons, I would guess. Maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 2.8, 2.9 gallons. How much more fuel I will burn through having a full load of logs. Because that obviously adds a lot of weight. But weight adds traction, so I won't be slipping like this when I'm in the mud, so but I guarantee you I will definitely be burning a lot more fuel. Let's just hope I didn't screw myself over and I'm gonna run out of gas before I get to a fuel tanker. Oh, let's go around this lovely trailer that I left just abandoned. It would be really nice. It would be really nice if you could recover trailers. But I suppose that makes it a little bit more difficult. Their value is so, like, I could probably get $100,000 just in Michigan off the trailers that I have floating around. Go. We can now load up our medium logs. Do a quick turn up here. Why? Probably because nothing is quick in this truck. Not even tipping over. Not even tipping over is quick in this truck, so. We're using about 3 gallons. Yeah, we're a little bit higher than 3 gallons. 3 to 4 gallons, so maybe 3.5 gallons, so it's not too bad. Once we get up into 3rd and 4th gear, we'll probably save more fuel. Depending on if we can keep our momentum up. Yeah, I'm kind of getting excited. We're 2 months away now. No, scratch that. We are like 1 month and 8 days away from expeditions. So it must be almost done. Ooh. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. I've been watching a couple of the videos. I mean, they're all the same. You watch 2 different people do it and it's all the same footage, right? Because the company is only allowing so much footage out, which, I mean, at this point, kind of is dumb. I mean, like, let them, if you're gonna let YouTubers play your game and then, you know, only give them access to, say, like, the first map or the first couple missions, let them post their own material on it. Like, don't limit them, because it's preposterous. Like, we know they're playing the game. They've been able to play it for probably over a month now. They get those special privileges, but yet the footage that they can record is just stock footage. So, like, there's really no reason to watch somebody else's opinion on the game, because they're just spitting out a B-reel, and it's just the same old stuff from 4. So, at least from an entertainment point of view, like, it's not entertaining to watch the same footage while they just talk. It would be interesting to kind of see how they take the game and play it between the two. And it, like I said, it's only the first couple missions, right? Or it might not even be that. Maybe, you know, somewhere mid-game or quarter game where you're not going to get to it for a while. But it gives you access to kind of the new things in the game. Let's just keep going. Over halfway there, back, so I think we'll be fine. We should make it. We could have went out of our way to get to that fuel trailer, although I'm not 100% sure. I think that fuel trailer is almost empty. it possibly could even be empty, but I think I shift there a little too late. Lost all my momentum, but what can you do? Decided to be a little faster. Let's go. About 33% of our fuel. Let's take a look inside the cab. And you can actually see there, right there, no. You can see right there next to it's the upper gauge on the right-hand side. That's our fuel gauge, which is actually working inside the cab. Which still blows my mind because I came from the generation of, all those instruments didn't actually do anything. Not even the speedometer or the RPM. It never changed. So that was kind of my generation of growing up and playing video games. So it still kind of blows my mind to think that, all those gauges in there work. And I wouldn't be surprised, like say the temperature gauge there. I wouldn't be surprised if when you first start the game out, that gauge is actually at its coldest point. What else do we have there? Yeah. Two on the left, which I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming that might be like transmission fluid or coolant fluid. It could be your DEF fuel. If these trucks run them, I'm assuming they have some type of DEF fuel in them. I could be wrong. I don't really know too much about, big rig trucks and these industrial vehicles, so trying to guess what the other gauges are. One is all the way at the top at the green. I don't know what that would be. Windshield wiper fluid, maybe? I have no clue. But I wonder if... No. Okay. I just had to check to see if the lights... switches on the lights turned. Where am I? Oh, I already passed my fuel tanker. Is it too late to go back? Let's shut the engine off. So your gauges do drop down, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's definitely transmission fluid. I'm not 100% sure what that... Yeah. RPMs, obviously. Transmission temperature, probably. And then engine oil. Yeah, I think that's probably engine oil pressure. That's either your engine or your transmission. Maybe that's the transmission temperature, and then that's the engine temperature. Anyways, none of those are overly important. Let's look at the map and let's actually go into Drummond Island. We will be coming through here. And I don't think there is a fuel tanker at all. No, we would have to get all the way to this point here, which I don't think is going to be possible. So let's go ahead and fire up the truck. We have 25 gallons left, so let's actually take that for the grain of salt. We'll leave it at 25. I won't try to calculate 24 or 23 because we have to kind of turn around and fill up. But if we have basically 65 gallons of fuel left by the time we get to that fuel tanker, then we didn't have to turn around. But you know what? I'm okay doing this. I don't... I know how much work and how frustrating it is if this vehicle runs out of gas. And I might not even do the shortcut. I may go up and around the long way just because it's a little safer. Although that shortcut should be okay. We shouldn't have an issue. Oops. Won't have to do that hill climb. Because we are weighed down quite a bit, right? So that hill climb would be a nightmare. So we can bypass that by obviously going down that hill. So maybe I will go that way. Now that I'm thinking about it, seems to make sense. So yeah, and technically we used 4 gallons of fuel just to get to here. So that's pretty impressive. All right, so now that we're fully loaded, let's go ahead and spin this sucker around. That fence was damaged when we got here. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I might have ran it over a little bit, but that fence was laying on the ground when I got here, so not my fault. Anyways, so yeah, it looks like if we have less than, I would say less than 70. No, I'm not gonna play that game. It's gonna be 60, 65. Just because I didn't have to come back this way, right? I know it's sucking a little bit more gas. It's actually quite a bit more gas. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, I was roughly up here. So that's a little bit of backing up that I had to do. So yeah, we'll say 65, because that would mean that gives us that extra boost. Plus it gives us a little bit of gas, right? Because if we get there right at 65, then we probably would have ran out of gas. So you kind of want to incorporate a little bit of overage there. We're already down to 85, so we only got 20 more gallons to roll through. All right, there's the good old P16. Go ahead and skip that. I always do that. I don't know why they put that point there. It's rather annoying. The thing's like 200 feet away from the bridge itself, or the tunnel itself. So it's, yeah. Getting through the mud quite a bit quicker. I think it's due to the weight. Which does make sense. Big splash down there. It's about 15 gallons left. I think it's just around this corner. That could be wrong. Surprised. Definitely don't want to go left here. It is slightly farther down the road. Just about to shift too. Drop off point. Up down that. Right down there. So yeah, getting up that hill there shouldn't be an issue. Getting down this one might be. I wonder if I could take that rock with me. That would make my life so much better. Come on. Didn't work. I to drag it down, but it just didn't work for me. One of those buttons. Yeah, look at this thing just go through. It goes through super slow. If this truck has a low plus, this thing would be get that little bit of speed. Just keep going. Come here. I want to go. Let's just do this. Get some more gas. That's that gas. Gotta hit. We gotta get there before we hit 60. Doesn't help that I left the truck running, but these diesels can idle forever on a gallon of gas. Wait, I knew it was going to be a sharp turn. To get there. Alright, so what are we looking at here? You know what? Let's go back into first person view. Got 5 gallons to make it. Right about now. Blocker did. Right about now, I'd be sweating bullets a little bit than I am. Really glad I'm starting. I made that decision to go back and get fuel. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where this vehicle starts pumping. Starts kind of struggling to get fuel. It's usually about 2 gallons. And I kid you not, we are right on the money. You know, I think I got an extra 4 gallons. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't have had to go back, right? So that 4 gallons of going back wouldn't have happened. So I think we would have made it. We would have had about 5 gallons left. But you know what? We're here. It's still up. We made it. Let's go. Ooh, I just looked at the time. We're a little over a 1 hour mark. That's okay. Most people seem to be happy with hour-long videos, so was I supposed to turn there? Yes, I was. All right, well, go ahead. Oh, it's articulating, so it's backwards. Back here, kind of weird bending in half. Now we're going the right way. Now we do have to be careful through here because we don't know what all this entails. Got some deep mud, that's for sure. So I'm going to take this from the third party view, or whatever you want to call this. Back camera. Outside the vehicle camera, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I'm going to take it from here because it is unknown area that I'm traveling, and I just don't know. Don't know how long what this trail is like. So, I mean, considering they're taking 2 loads of logs here, you think it would be pretty simple. Ooh, that was a semi-hard hit through there. But we didn't take any damage, which is pretty amazing. Let's thread the needle there. Ouch. How much you want to bet? It's going to be a nightmare to try to get this truck through here. Oh, man. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Don't have any major obstacles in our way. We can winch ourselves if we need to. And oh boy. Alright, here we go. Let's drop off that load of logs, and that will do it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit like and subscribe, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section. And I believe I am done with my YouTube rants and sayings and all that fun stuff that every YouTuber has to say. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.